This is Samuel Academy channel. This video is about mapping of senior schools in Nyatike Constituency in Migori County. The reason for this initiative is to create awareness concerning existing schools in the constituency. This will help parents and students make an informed decision when selecting schools for joining in grade 10. It also helps us to understand patterns in the distribution of schools in the constituency. The map in the video was generated by using GIS. GIS in full is Geographic Information Systems. It helps us to understand patterns, relationships, and geographic context. So I'm going to explore the map of Nyatike constituency in the video and identify individual schools and where they are located. After that, I will explain how a wet bulb hygrometer works. Alright, let us begin. I explore the map by zooming in, zooming out, and using the pan icon to navigate through the map. When I zoom in around this area, I'm able to see the following schools. When I zoom in, I'm increasing the scale of the map such that I'm able to view a smaller area but with much detail. If I zoom out, I am reducing the scale of the map so that I'm able to view a wider area but very little detail. Now, for me to be able to identify the location of individual schools, I need to increase the scale of the map by zooming in. So I zoom in and I'm able to see where the schools are found. So starting from the south, we have the following schools: Olasi Mixed Secondary School, Kanga Onditi Secondary School, Orlando Secondary School, St. Mary's Winjo Secondary School, and Bande Girls Secondary School. Moving towards the north, we have two schools here. Let me zoom in. We have St. Michael's Nyandema Secondary School and St. Michael's Nyande, or is it the same school? Okay, all right. Now, let's move towards the lake area. We have the following schools. Near the lake, let me zoom out and then zoom in. So we have Rabuao Mixed Secondary School around here. We have Nyangere Secondary School, Chakori Secondary School, Aneko Mixed Secondary School, Kimai Mixed Secondary School. This school is what? Let me zoom in around this area. St. Gema Secondary School and Nyatike Secondary School. Let's go back towards the lake. All right. We have seen Aneko. Now we have Agenga Secondary School. We have Modi Secondary School, Luanda Magwar Secondary School, Sori Secondary School, Sori Baptist Secondary School, Sidika Secondary School. We have Teza Complex, BI Teza Complex Secondary School. Then going towards the north, we have Gunga Secondary School. We have, to the very north, we have Otati Mixed Secondary School. This is Alendo Girls Secondary School, Bondo Kosiemo Secondary School. We have seen Luanda Magwar. Now we have Diruma Secondary School and Okenge Secondary School. All right. Now, that is the way the schools are distributed in that constituency of Nyatike for the benefit of our learners and even teachers. Okay? When selecting schools to join in grade 10. And for teachers, when they are posted or deployed in some school, they want to know where the school is. And even us, members of the general public, we need to know which schools are around us in our locality. Now, let me talk about the wet bulb hygrometer. This is the wet bulb hygrometer. This is the way it looks like. It has two thermometers, the dry bulb thermometer and the wet bulb thermometer. This is the dry bulb, this is the wet bulb thermometer. Both of them are mercury in glass thermometers. Now, for the dry bulb, For the wet bulb thermometer, we have a muslin cloth wrapped around the bulb, but the dry bulb, there's nothing there. So this muslin cloth wrapped around the wet bulb, it has a wick that is immersed in distilled water in this container. So the water rises by capillarity along the wick and evaporates. That evaporation causes cooling around the wet bulb, alright? So the temperature you record at the wet bulb is usually lower than what you record at the dry bulb. You can see there's a difference. This one is up to here, the wet bulb. This is up to here. This is around 19 degrees Celsius. This one is about 25.5 degrees Celsius. There's a difference, alright? Now what an observer does is that he comes and reads the two temperatures at the same time and then find the difference. That difference, we call it the wet bulb depression, and it is what we use to calculate humidity by using a slide rule or just by checking from tables, alright? So that is how a wet bulb hygrometer works. It has two thermometers, the dry bulb and the wet bulb. The observer or the meteorologist reads the two temperatures at the same time, then finds the difference, then uses that difference to find humidity by checking from tables or by using a slide rule. Dear viewer, thank you so much for viewing this video. I want to suggest that you subscribe to Samuel Academy so that you may be able to view more videos and so that you may promote this work, so that you are able to reach as many students as possible, because some of them do not have access to a weather station and they need to understand these things. So thank you so much for viewing this video.